So, as I was scrolling on TikTok at lunch break at work, I stumbled upon a TikTok that said that Inefa looks like a teen soldier, and you know what? They weren't wrong. And the more I looked at her, the more I saw it. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we will be taking a look at the new character Inefa and have a little speculation about what I think is going to happen. Now, we don't have much to work with as she isn't released yet, nor have we gotten to see her story quest, but based on the 5.8 patch trailer, I happened to spy with my little eye a few details that got me thinking. Now, keep in mind that this is a theory purely made for fun, and thus it's not canon in the story unless it's proven to be later down the line. To understand Inefa, we have to start with the story. As the person with the TikTok suggested, her design might be inspired by the tale The Steadfast Soldier by Hans Christian Andersen, the same author whose name is echoed in Genshin by Hexen Circle member and storyteller Anya Andersdottir. Her name literally means daughter of Andersen. To quickly summarize it, the story The Steadfast Tin Soldier goes something like this. On his birthday, a boy received a set of 25 tin soldiers, all cast from an old tin spoon, and arrayed them on a tabletop. One soldier stands on a single leg because, as he was the last one cast, there was not enough metal to make him whole. Nearby, the soldier spies a pretty paper ballerina with a spangle on her sash. She too is standing on one leg, and the soldier falls in love. That night, a goblin among the toys in the form of a jack-in-the-box, who also loves the ballerina, angrily warns the soldier to take his eyes off her, but the soldier ignores him. The next day, the soldier falls from a windowsill, presumably the work of the goblin, and lands in the street. Two boys find the soldier, place him in a paper boat, and set him sailing in the gutter. The boat and its passenger wash into a storm drain where a rat demands that the soldier pay a toll. Sailing on, the boat is washed into a canal where the tin soldier is swallowed by a fish. When this fish is caught and cut open, the tin soldier finds himself once again on the tabletop before the ballerina. Inexplicably, the boy throws the tin soldier into the fire, which is most likely the work of the Jack-in-the-Box goblin. A wind blows the ballerina into the fire with him, where she is consumed by it. The maid cleans the fireplace in the morning and finds that the soldier has melted into a little tin heart, along with the ballerina's spangle, which is now burned as black as coal. Now, when it comes to Inefa, other than the color scheme matching that of the tin soldier, her theme so far does as well. Like the soldier, Inefa's making also resulted from scraps, as we find out in the trailer that her core is from Natlan, her joints are from Fontaine, and her hairpiece is from Mondstadt. Later on in the trailer, there is a moment in which the camera pans on her leg for a few seconds, and I couldn't help but think that it may be foreshadowing for her losing a leg. Speaking of legs, her little robot companion also jumps around on one leg, I guess. Anyway, the way it moves definitely looks like one of those little toy soldiers to me at least. Along with her, we also see a little girl with a heart pin on her chest, and if you guys paid attention, you know that the pin is the emblem of the Crumb Cake craft shop. Perhaps she is the one who created Inefa. Maybe she is Inefa's ballerina, like in the Tin Soldier story. She reminds Inefa that she has to come back home no matter what, and later in the trailer, Inefa also seems fixed on the same thing, going home. Anyway, I find it fitting that the symbol of the craft shop is a heart, and in the story, all that remained after the soldier and the ballerina burned away was a little heart. And while the tin soldier is missing a leg, perhaps Inefa is missing a heart. Kind of like the saying, home is where the heart is. Later in the trailer, we find out that ever since Inefa set sail for Natlan, the secret source automatons have been getting increasingly aggressive, as if they are drawn to each other. Now, speaking of the automatons, did you guys notice her earpiece? Doesn't it resemble the automatons? Not only that, but just like them, she too is powered by phlogiston, like the little secret source servants we find in the world quest In Search of a Hidden Heart, in which we meet those cute little robots, a Hecatl and a Maru. Also, notice the name of the quest, In Search of a Hidden Heart. I thought it was quite ironic given what I just said earlier. Now, if you look at her thigh, you can see she has the same golden light as they have. Not only that, but in this scene we see the same phlogiston inscriptions behind her. Now, that's all good and dandy, nothing too serious so far, right? She's a little phlogiston-powered robot that walks around. What's the big deal about it? Well, here's where things get interesting because the trailer starts to shift visually and tonally. Suddenly, the colors darken. We hear a robotic voice ask her, "Have you forgotten why you cast them away to begin with?" And as Inefa remembers something, something she has long forgotten, she begins to crack. But it's not just her body cracking, no, it's as if the very sky around her is fracturing too, just like the false sky said to cover Teyvat. And that's when it hit me. What if Inefa isn't just a robot? What if she's the vessel of something much older, something divine, something lunar? Let me explain. In Tevat's oldest myth, there was once three moon sisters, Arya, Sonnet, and Canaan, known as the iridescent moon, the eternal moon, and the frost moon. They lived in the lunar palace and took turns riding their silver carriage through the heavens, lighting up the sky. But then came the calamity. Some say the sisters turned on each other, others say that they were torn apart by the stars they loved. We do know this. One moon shattered, its crimson shadow falling into the abyss. Another moon ceased to turn, and nations fell to ruin. And the third, the one we still see in the sky today, may just be a corpse suspended behind the false sky the heavenly principle now maintains. But there's more. The Song of the Walking Moon event tells us, "From the remains of the three sisters, a new moon will rise, spinning the wheel of fate anew." And what do Inefa's eyes look like? A cosmic ear, the wheel of fate. I thought it looked so similar to it. In the voice line of the trailer, we hear that they tried to pull the entire moon down. I assume they refers to the fatui. After the Archon quest, the Rainbow Destined to Burn, where Mavoika broke the fake sky after defeating a soy thought, we saw the moon shards. We know one of them at last landed in Atlan, and that the Fatui plan to use its power. Now, what I'm thinking is that those shards carry with them the memories of the iridescent moon, which we know shattered, and its crimson shadow fell into the abyssal sea. In this scene where she seems to hear that voice that triggers her memories, you could say she's talking with the crimson shadow of the moon. And what she's saying, "Have you forgotten why you cast them away to begin with?" The voice might be implying about betrayal between the Moon Sisters. And what I'm thinking is that the Fatui, or whoever created Inefa, took the memories of the iridescent moon and placed them inside Inefa. We do know from the world quest In Search of a Hidden Heart that phlogiston was used by the dragons to store memories. In Genshin, memories are very important, and losing one's memories is akin to death. We saw that in Arlecchino's story quest, where she used her blood to wipe the memories of the children in the orphanage who wanted to leave, referring to them as dead, as she believes that losing a portion of your memories would alter your sense of self. Then there is Aranaga in the Aranyaka quest that tells us that death is a one-time memory loss. And the biggest example is in the latest Archon quest, The Space and Time for You, where the Abyss Order, along with our sibling, used the memories of the Abyss Order members and Dainsleif's memories to create the Atlas of New Khaenri'ah with those memories by using the Loom of Fate. So then, with all this said, it's not too far-fetched to believe that the memories of the iridescent moon is inside Inefa, who is powered by phlogiston, which can store memories. As she seems to remember what happened in the past, she begins to crack. The ground on which she steps cracks, and the space around her cracks like the fake sky did. To me, it looks as if whatever was just awakened by her remembering was too big for her body to contain, like a clay vessel unable to hold the weight of what she truly is. And what if she wasn't built to contain a soul, but three? And from their combined memories, when awakened, the new moon will rise again, just like in the Song of the Walking Moon. Now, the memories could be stored inside Inefa, but they still need a body, which is what the Fatui could be planning. After all, we do know that they keep experimenting with trying to create a god. So perhaps that's why they gathered the remains of the moons, to create a new body for the new being resulting from the three of them merging together. When it comes to beings merging together, that is also not new for Genshin, as we recently found out that it is possible, like how Ryan daughter merged with Naberius by devouring her heart. Now, as I was writing this, I just noticed that there's a lot of talk about hearts in Genshin Story. We have Wanderer, who wanted the heart. Then we have Durin's heart in Dragon Spine that has recently just found a new body, when Albedo merged Little Durin with the heart of the old Durin and creating a human body for them. Then you have the heart of Elena, still petrified, and then you have the heart of Naberius being devoured by gold. A lot of hearts, and I don't quite know what to make of it yet. But those were my thoughts about the trailer. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Who do you think Inefa really is? Until next time, remember to look up at the moon. Bye!